Good morning, Flying Warriors. So we can adjust that a little bit. Today is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. And it is 5:58 in the morning. It's currently 35 degrees out. The high today will be 71, and the low today is 35. Cool. Sunrise at 6:38. All righty then, here we go. So, good morning, Charlene. We will be there around 7:30-ish, sort of around that time. Good to see you here. Diana should be showing up any second now. But here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you on your journey to Successville, getting from point A to point B, where point B is better. How do we do that, you might wonder? Well, we do it through a series of breadcrumbs. This podcast is the first breadcrumb. Down below in the description, please subscribe, share, thumbs up, click the bell. You know the thing. Down below are the real things, the real breadcrumbs. This is just the first breadcrumb. So what do those breadcrumbs include? Well, the link to our online course, A Neuroscience-Oriented Approach to Success, a link to today's motivational video, which I watch, a link to Jordan Peterson, link to Daily Stoic, Inc. magazine, David Goggins, Jack Rowland, Baraka Church. What am I missing? Seth Godin. Whole bunch of links, takes about an hour to go through it, but when you do it, you need to make sure you have pen and paper, because it doesn't work if you don't write it down. You got to remember this stuff. It's not just a listen passively. It's not a passive thing. It's an active thing, getting from here to there. So let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to rumble. Get your seat in its right position. Have your coffee. Actually, this morning I am having tea. Good morning, Diana. I'm having tea in our new IKEA brand French press. A little bit of tea with honey. Okay, next breadcrumb. Today's theme. It's simple. Where did it go? It's simple. Be on the edge. Be on the edge. It's simple. Be on the edge. Let's see, is that correct? All right, be on the edge. You want to get from point A to point B, be on the edge. Don't be sitting back on your heels, waiting for it to come to you. Be on the edge. Okay, next. That's our daily theme. Memes from today's video. Well, today's video was, how to describe it? Kind of deep, definitely worth watching. I can't really remember anything from it. Our attitude of gratitude. Okay, write down in your book, I'm so happy and grateful now that what? I'm so happy and grateful now that, okay, Diana's having cranberry juice and coffee. She's so happy now that she's having, grateful and happy she's having cranberry juice and coffee. I am so happy and grateful now that certain business things got accomplished yesterday. It was long. I'm so happy and grateful that Anna Toledo is here from Cuba. Happy and grateful about that. Happy and grateful that we have Brandon to a better place. So yesterday was a very active day. A lot of driving down to Vegas, back. A lot of driving, a lot of stuff going on yesterday, but we got through it. I saw Anna Sanchez in the church, not in the church, in the And Sanchez was in the what? Hospital. Yeah, she was in the hospital. Okay, my mind is racing onto other things. Okay, so attitude or gratitude. Think about, what are you so happy and grateful for right now? For Charlene, it's probably day 2 in the asbestos class, which is an important one. All right, moving right along because we're at 5:36. Today's TED Talk. So here we are, week 1, day 2 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. Week 1, day 2. IQ. Every job has an IQ range. There's the low. If it's your IQ is below this, you can't do the job. If it's up here, the job is way too easy and boring, so you won't do a good job either. You need to be right about 25% in at the 25% margin. So you're better than 75, not better than 75%. So your IQ is almost to the top, but not quite. So it's still challenging. It's not boring. It's not boring, not too hard. So other employees will look at you as somebody who's proficient at doing their job. And you will be challenged by the job and enjoy the job. Now, if your IQ is way down here, the job would look extremely difficult, and your coworkers would think of you as a moron. If it's up here, your coworkers will think of you as somebody who thinks they're a pretentious person. So you want to be at the right 25%. So what are the 2 things you need to know? 1, what is your IQ? 2, what is the IQ range of the job? We offer the Wonderlic test that Jordan Peterson describes in the video. And what I would tell you is most people are very surprised to see how low their IQ is. Most people carry around a belief, oh yeah, when I was in elementary school, I was tested at genius level. And that's why I didn't do well in school, because it was too boring for me. It was too easy. It wasn't challenging. So that's kind of not how it works. So most people are surprised that they are barely average in the high 90s, mid to high 90s. Most people are quite surprised, and naturally they blame the test. So these are the people who are not well educated, didn't graduate from high school because it was boring. I was too smart. Okay, say that to somebody who went to Stanford, or somebody who got a perfect score on the SAT, that you have a higher IQ than them, and see what happens. Okay, let's take some humility into this. Maybe whoever told me that was mistaken. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Greg. It's always great to see Greg, that Greg is on the video. Okay, so that's Seth Godin. So here's an example. Greg would be an example of, here's the job at 7-Eleven. Here's the job. Here's Greg. IQ higher than the job. Now, when you have that, you have ideas of how to improve the job. Wow, we could do this, we could do that. Your boss urinates on those ideas, and overall, not really a good plan, because you're not factoring in that your ideas would raise the IQ requirement. So here's your idea. So it goes like that. So some people, the job gets harder. Other people can't do it anymore. So you got to understand that the best thing to do is move or get a different position in the company. Next, Seth Godin. What does Seth have to tell us about life today? This is a long one. Rethinking the sports industrial complex. School sports can have some valuable outputs. Learning teamwork, lifetime habit of fitness, giving non-academically focused kids a chance to shine, offering leadership opportunities, valuing persistence, innovation, and responsibility. And yet many schools act as if all they have is a trophy shortage. They bench kids who might not yet have the physical attributes necessary to win, or they build huge stadiums, go on long road trips, berate students, that make an error or simply act as if the only point is to win. Huh? It's not? Okay. Fancy uniforms, the magnification of small differences and a cutthroat focus on the outcome is not something that leads to the benefits that most of us would root for. Why not have a small league and swap kids around until the teams are evenly matched? Well, that's not practical. Give every single player the same amount of game time. That punishes the people who are good. Reward kids for personal growth, not for being better than someone else who simply started with a bit less than they did. How about accentuating everybody becoming the best they can? All right, what would happen if the coaches were rewarded for what was actually valued by parents, not for recreating what people see on TV? Perhaps we could begin by asking what school sports are even for, and are they there to entertain the fans? I'd argue the same goes for the local jazz band and the middle school theater production as well. Okay, Seth, I respectfully disagree, but I have this fundamental belief that if I debated it with you, I would come to see your side. But I don't, so I can't. We aren't. Okay, next in our hit parade, the fable. Okay, this is The Lion and the Ass. Aesop's fable, written at a different time for different people, but still tremendous value. One day, as the lion walked proudly down a forest aisle, and the animals respectfully made way for him, an ass brayed a scornful remark as he passed. Hey, what's so special about you? The lion felt a flash of anger, but when he turned his head and saw who had spoken, he walked quietly on. He would not honor the foot with even so much as a stroke of his claws. He would not honor the fool with even so much as a stroke of his claws. The moral is, do not resent the remarks of a fool. Ignore them. Here's what I say to you. Okay, let's deconstruct it. The ass showed no respect to the lion by braying as he did. Was he exhibiting the third law of power? What's the third law of power? Power is taken, it's not given. Was he trying to make a power play? The lion, though angry, walked quietly on. Was he breaking the second law of power? Never give up power. Was the lion breaking the fourth law of power, which is fairness only occurs between equals? Yeah, both. Okay, everybody's breaking the laws of power. Well, maybe not the ass, but probably, because he probably wasn't really trying to take the lion's power. What did the other animals feel? Confusion. They showed respect. The ass didn't, and the lion didn't seem to care. Was a new precedent set? In other words, we don't have to respect the lion. He's not going to do anything about it. Is the ass now free to do what he wants? So what I say to you is the new moral is no good comes from breaking the rules. Okay, the lion should have taken action as everyone else expected. We could see the other animals like, wow, did he really do that? Wow, the lion's not going to do anything? Wow, what's going on? Wow, can we depend upon the lion to protect us when we really need it? Maybe he's getting too old. Maybe he's getting senile. Maybe, people have expectations. Okay, the prayer, today's prayer. This is from another woman. Don't remember her name. Patruka something, Nolanton, something like that. Compassionate one. Accompany me in my confusion and worries. Encourage me to face the challenges of life knowing you are always present. Forgive me for the times I do not recognize your presence in another. May I see myself as beloved, follow in your ways, embrace and share your everlasting love and mercy. Amen. Boom. Mic drop. Okay. Let's see. What's up now? Theme, Godin, fable, prayer. We're at 1532. Table, you're the master. Imagine yourself as a master creating a table upon which all of the accomplishments of your life will rest. The table needs to be big enough and strong enough to carry the weight of those accomplishments. You need to have strong legs on the table. So the legs need to be strong, all of them. You can't have one weak leg and three strong legs, and they need to be firmly attached. So the legs of our table are physical, which is fitness and health, mental, learning, remembering, communicating, emotional. If you can't control your emotions, don't worry. Somebody else will, and they'll probably take you out of the game. And spiritual, that which picks you up when you get knocked down, and you will get knocked down. Here, ours is the belief that Jesus is the Messiah. There's no harm in giving it a good faith test, also in just simply believing it and learning red letter stuff. All right, Apex, Navy SEAL Maxim. Diana, you're up. Navy SEAL Maxim. What is the Navy? There we go. Bam. Right on time. Act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Next breadcrumb, second to last breadcrumb. Pick up from the ground. An easy one. Act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Embrace the suck. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Act more samurai. Karate chop chop. Helpers, etc. And the last breadcrumb, as Jonathan Livingston Seagull said, or somebody said in Jonathan Livingston Seagull, how do I know when the mission is accomplished? And the answer was something like, if you're still breathing, you're not done. And so we would say, if you're still here, God isn't through with you yet. And can I have an and cut? Everyone have a good day. Go out there, service to others. Make somebody else's day better. Thank you, Diana. Charlene, are you still there? And cut.